other than the fact that CLNV already made a pretty massive breakout, I'm thinking about a 22% to the upside on the last trading session for the 2022 year. I think it may be prepping for a larger move to the upside. Let's go ahead and validate. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with a CLNV technicals, raw price action, and statistical threat of analysis on this fine New Year's Eve. I'm actually stepping away from the family once again, being that evil person coming through for the family here in Discord, YouTube, and Twitter, right? Retail, we have something to talk about within CLNV. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, so guys, this is, man, if I can tell you a complex breakout or a complex upside, this is the one to look at. Okay, so pay close attention. I do have some limited time here, so we're going to try to move this video as fast as humanly possible. Okay, you guys, so first of all, we're going to touch on the original chart that we looked at on November 29th, where we said that we had a massive shooting star doji on the 2-day print, and it's funny to actually see these lines of the implied price action that would happen. So I actually drew this on November 29th, saying that we were likely to come back down, test our newly converted resistance into support, and since we had the knot 618 so close, that we might as well wick down to it and create a type of terminal shakeout and then create an upside thrust on it. So I did say that the potential of us landing around the 1.618 was also very possible, and we are just above it now. Very good things. We are facing some resistance right now at the 2 fib at 5 cents. Okay, 586. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I just wanted to be able to touch on that because there is a massive descending channel. Okay, so usually these descending channels present a reversal, right? So I'm talking about a macro reversal in this case, since we're looking at it on the bi-daily chart. So it is a pretty large time frame. For those of you who are a little new or a little green at trading, the reason why we're on a 2-day chart is regarding every single candle print. Okay, every candle printed is 2 days long. All right, so that's why we have a larger term time frame. I usually like to look at the upper term time frames because it lessens the grain, like opposed to like a 5-minute or a 1-minute, even a 15-minute. You know, there's a lot of information that you can just get lost within those small time frames. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue. Okay, so this is what I mean by a massively complex breakout. Okay, because there are several potentials within what's happening within this. Okay, so this is an ascending broadening wedge. You guys know already that usually ascending broadening wedges present a bearish outlook and usually end up for short positions to cover their positions literally at the genesis of the formation, located at about 1 cent. Okay, so this is a very precarious situation here, and I'm seeing that there is the potential actually to not realize the true nature of this ascending wedge. But it's not that it's a true nature, it's that it may be the trend lines may be in different places, which is why I have some other trend lines drawn below and above the green trend lines. Okay, so initially I thought this was it. Okay, but upon studying it and looking at the charts and really looking deeper, I started connecting different dots onto here. Okay, so if we were to use this trend line, the upper trend line, okay, the white dotted line, then test number 1 is actually not present. As you can see, test number 1 is only piercing the green line and not the white line. Okay, so in that case, this would be invalidated, and in fact, this number 2 would be our test number 1, and this would essentially be our test number 2, which I think is actually what's happening. Okay, so if that's the case, so then we may actually have a test number 3 located somewhere up here around the 33-cent range. Okay, so if that's the case, then I would need to validate how and why would the price action reach all the way up here, right? So first of all, we all know that the ascending broadening wedges usually present the downside narrative after the test number 3. Okay, so when test number 3 happens, that usually signals short positions to open huge shorts here, and then take this thing to the downside. Okay, and if that actually happens, then the downside would be a massive capitulation from 33 cents all the way to 1 cent. Okay, so I'm just giving you the warnings. Okay, the take profit of this is just per the playbook rules. Okay, but it is a massive thrust all the way up here. So this is a potential. Okay, and the volume coming in, it's not huge, but it is significant. Okay, it's right down here. It's hard to see. Okay, so now here's the next thing. Please notice that I have a chart here that actually presents how an ascending broadening wedge actually breaks out. Okay, so in other words, we're looking at A, B, C, D, E, and it looks like if we touched on the, after F, if we actually went all the way up to this area here, then we would actually need to come back and make sure that we can keep support at E before continuing to the upside, right? So if we're doing A, B, C, D, and then we have E as a top target, then we would essentially have to come back down one more time and then again for a true breakout. Okay, so this wedge may actually have more time to realize. Okay, so meaning that it could be a lot larger than what we think, and it may actually be trading in a larger time frame. It may be looked at in maybe a bi-daily or a daily. Okay, but in this case, we're seeing it clearly in the 8-hour because it's pretty brand new. Well, I mean, it's irrelevant. I mean, all that is just relevant. But yes, so if we do make that upside move on E, so then we would be looking at a huge capitulation event for the third try, find the bounce within this area once again, and then make an upside move. Okay, but I'm looking at the upside move from here to 3 right now. I'm not worried about the test number 4 yet. Okay, so right now there is a potential that we can make a huge upside thrust to play this number 3 test, and this could be a great opportunity. Okay, so now let's go ahead and look at another perspective. Okay, so this ascending broadening wedge is literally just right here. I just drew it in a 3-day time frame so that you can just see something larger, because again, with the stupid formations, man, here's a here's a cup and handle again. Man, these cup and handles are ridiculous. Okay, they have a really bad hit rate. They don't always happen, but when they do happen, they have a massive upside thrust. The reason why I'm bringing this up right now is because if you take a trend line from the very top of the cup to the very lower part of the cup right down here and apply it to the top of the handle, guess what target we get? 33.26. Let's go back to our previous chart and look at the top of test number 3. We have 33.35. Oh God, you guys. All right. So there could be a strong potential here. And please also do notice that it's landing right at the 3.618. Oh my God. Don't tell me this is like that much of a slam dunk. Okay. I'm not saying that it is going to happen. I'm not a financial advisor. Please take whatever I do show and iterate here as just a form of entertainment. Okay. And not the kind of entertainment that we use by dancing on poles. Okay. So make sure to just take this as entertainment and just do your own DD and everything will be cool. Okay, you guys, but there's a lot of signals here signaling towards that 33-cent zone. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move on to the next chart and just see how much more of a slam dunk we can do. So I've actually ran a back test on CLNV, particular to the 3-day chart, since it's so massively interesting, and we don't have that many iterations, but that's really not the point of this. The point of this is that it does have an upside. Okay, so volatility is what you're looking at here. Okay, new viewers, and this volatility is actually represented by BBWP, the indicator. Okay, now I pair volatility with a momentum oscillator because volatility is direction neutral. So I can't tell which direction is going to go when this is going down or up. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean that price action is going to go up when this is going down, or inversely. Okay, so this is it's direction neutral. So stochastic momentum gives us that bias for direction. So stochastic momentum is actually an indicator that's proprietary to TradingView software, which, by the way, I am an accepted affiliate. Okay, so I am going to leave a link in the description below if you want to trade within TradingView software and chart like I do, right? So if you do set up an account with them, it would greatly help my future of trading. Okay, you guys, so please consider that if you ever do get a chance. Okay, you guys. So now, yes, now let's look at the backtest. Okay, so anytime that volatility has reached the 90% or above, so either at 90% or within the 90 percentile, I've actually taken note of that iteration's upside thrust versus that iteration's duration, and the times that the times that volatility versus momentum profile have guessed the upside correctly versus incorrectly. Okay, so that has given us a set of metrics right here. So out of a total of 10 iterations throughout the 3-day chart on CLNV, we are looking at 7 out of those 10 correctly guessed to the upside, giving us an averaged upside accuracy of 70% with an averaged upside thrust of a massive 4,347%, and over the span of just over 84 days. This is proof of work. Okay, so now let's go ahead and apply that 4,347% move to the upside, because technically, in all technicalities here, the signal is fired. Okay, so this is actually in play now, which is very cool. So let's see where that takes us. Let's add 4,300 and whatever percent to the upside from our current position. Okay, so hold on just a sec, because that is not and please know, okay, that these are not certainties. They're just statistical variables, and we can use them to evaluate price action. Okay, so let's just go ahead and just see where that can take us, because it's it's more than likely going to be a ridiculous price target. But let's see, 4,300. We'll do something that's relatively close. Okay, so all right, let's just do this one. 4,333%. Okay, but it's 4,347 spot 104. Okay, so that would essentially take us to about $2.58. Okay, so I don't know. Let's just go ahead and look at what that target has even given us. Okay, so well, that's not bad. $2.50 or $2 and just about 58 cents actually has been used as a form of support, and actually throughout the entire trading history has been used even as resistance right over here. Resistance here, support, resistance there. Okay, so it is a desired target. Okay, it is very much a point of inflection. Okay, so I don't see us going above that point. Please notice also that it is an 84-day average. Okay, so this is actually a massive move to the upside. So particularly so I guess halfway, what's interesting here is that halfway of this $2.58 path is 33. So there's still even yet more things lining up. Okay, in the 12-hour chart in particular, this is going to be the last part of our analysis. Okay, so this is the divergence chart. Usually divergence is divergence is the opposition of price action versus momentum, and in this case momentum represented by RSI. So we can actually see that we're printing now 1, 2, 3 drives of primary phantom hidden bullish divergence. Okay, so it is now in play. What I don't like in particular is, and it hasn't actually confirmed just yet, but I don't like this pivot right here. Okay, because it looks like it's trying to confirm some drives of regular bearish divergence. Okay, so it hasn't confirmed it just yet, and it looks like the bullish drives of divergence are now at play. Okay, so let's go ahead and now open up multi-pane so that we can finish off this and get to our new year. Okay, you guys, if you are looking at this video right now and you are not celebrating with your family like I should be doing, I'm gonna dunce you. Okay, so I'm gonna put that cap I'm gonna put the dunce cap on you. All right, guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and just try to finish this off so we can get some dinner up in the tummies and some family time. Okay, quality family time is very important for us to consider. Okay, you guys. So we're gonna first look at the immediate short-term time frame, particularly to the 30-minute chart. We're gonna look at the bi-hourly, the 6-hourly, and then we're gonna look at the daily, since we already saw the 12-hour chart with those divergences. Okay, so now I am gonna pull up this cool thing that I don't have loaded right now. Thank goodness for that. Okay, so my goodness, guys, I really didn't prepare for this as best as I could. I've been testing this for the last 2 days, but let's go ahead and just explain what I was gonna say anyway. Okay, so we can actually face probably an immediate short-term pullback, and it's actually definitely a pullback. It doesn't look like it's any type of reversal. Okay, but do notice that maybe the coming session on Tuesday could be generally sideways, or we could be facing maybe a small pullback. Okay, the reason why I'm saying this is because the 30-minute time frame is already kind of curving a little bit on the RSI signal purple line. The 14-day moving average is this pink line. Okay, so now the bi-hourly is suggesting a neutral direction here. It's slightly bullish, and also the other thing that's bullish is that we are very much in this green zone here. So as long as we do maintain ourselves in this deep area, the gravitational pull into the following zone is very likely. Okay, so please remember that the upper half of the RSI is the bullish control zone, and the bottom half is the bearish control zone. Weakness percentile in the center and strength percentile in the outsides. Okay, so now the 6-hour is suggesting a very similar thing to the bi-hourly. We are close to that deep area of the bull weakness percentile, so a gravitational pull right into bull strength is likely, and it looks like the moving average is starting to pivot and correct towards the upside too. Looking good. My interest is not actually in the Tuesday or Wednesday session. It's actually more along the lines of Thursday, Friday, potentially the following week. Okay, so why am I saying that? Because look at the daily time frame. The daily time frame is getting ready to make a bullish cross above the 14-day simple moving average, and it is attempting to reach that very deep area of the bull weakness percentile, which again would only entail it would only mean that we would get a gravitational pull into bull strength. Very good stuff. Let's look at the bi-daily. Okay, so bi-daily suggesting upside as well, and it's very much at the junction between bull weakness and bull strength. The upside is definitely imminent. We do have some resistance here, which could potentially present some sideways trading in the next, in the following week, but it's okay. Let's look at the 3-day. 3-day suggesting upside as well, but as you can see, it's actually using the 14-day as a support line and a guide towards the top. Okay, so there's no guarantee for this, but it looks like we can actually cross it again and then continue on the upside, similar to this iteration here from about December 12th. 5-day RSI is suggesting upside, and this is definitely upside suggestion. Okay, so this is why I'm saying potentially the following week, not the one that we're looking at on Tuesday coming back in for the new year of trading. The following week there could be more and more upside. Okay, and the 5-day has the moving average below us, suggesting a continuation to the upside. This is looking good, guys. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Okay, I am available in Twitter and Discord. I'll make sure to leave those links in the description below for you to consider joining the ARCa trading community as well. Okay, you guys, but I think that is it. We should get back to the family and enjoy a happy new year. Okay, you guys, with that said, I wish you well, a very good night. Again, that happy new year, and I will catch you at the bell on Tuesday. Adios.